Welcome back to another video. Today I have two awesome new products to look at. We have the Posca 16 pack paint markers. This is the one that are bullet shaped. They're 0.9 to 1.3 millimeters. I prefer the 0.7s, but I got these from the Stop LLC. Definitely support local art stores. Because Michael's Joanne still has curbside, but a lot of mom and pop shops, they are still doing curbside as well, so definitely support them. This is the Posca 16 pack, and then this is the Coy Watercolor Pack. This is 48 swatches on there. I lost my small one. If you guys seen my videos where I do the watercolor blood splatter or different color splatter, I lost it. It's somewhere in this office, but you can never have enough of these. It's nice because it comes with a medium water brush. I only have a large and a small, so I've completed my water brush set. So now we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to unbox them and then we're going to test them out.
You are watching Untitled Studio.
Alright, so here we are. We have the Coy Watercolor Set, 48 colors in total. Some of these I can't see, so I'm just going to have to go by how it's labeled. So we're going to open that last. And here we are, the Pasca paint markers. They have slowly grown to love these more than any other paint markers I have. Just to give you an example, I have the Art Deco color. These used to be really good for me, but they're just not as consistent when I'm doing highlights on pieces of art. So the reason why I grabbed all 16 colors is because I'm planning on doing a project with a Super Nintendo. I'm going to make a Pokemon Super Nintendo. It is non-working, so what I'm going to do is just do the casing, and then whoever has the guts can insert the guts to it. Alright, so here we are. These is all the ones in the pack. So just right off the bat I can see it comes with 3 blacks. Why? Oh, that's gold. Alright, never mind. So we got okay. So it's so here are the colors. Focus in a little bit here. There we go. So I guess I got the black confused with the metallic silver, because I saw gray here. So there's metallic silver, gray, black, gold, and this is white. This one looks orange to me, but I think it is brown. Okay, orange, blue, purple, green, that's beige, red, and then there's like a light blue, this is pink, and this is like a darker green, and then this is yellow. So I purposely left this one without highlights because I wanted to test out a different highlighter pen, but since I got this pack, I'm going to try it with this one. This is Starfire from Young Justice. I did this video a couple weeks ago, so if you guys want to check it out, I will try to link it in here. I've been having trouble with YouTube Creator Studio beta. It is not very intuitive compared to the Classic, and for some reason I can't get into the Classic anymore. So you always want to do with these new paint markers is open the cap, make sure the tip is white. Because what happens is if it's not white, that means it's busted and the color has already started to run through. If you ever open one of these, this brush actually goes pretty far in and it leaks. So, and when you store these, make sure you have a marker rack that is facing down or to the side. You'll notice that you'll get a lot better longevity out of it if you do that. So this is my little field notebook. I use it to make a mess. So then you just want to keep hitting the nozzle down on the paper until you start seeing the paint run through. The camera's trying to autofocus. It's probably not going to focus. It's too small. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. So now you see the purple starting to come through. And that is really opaque, which I like. Because Copic markers, they're not opaque. Opaque means the amount that it covers. So if you look at a tube of paint, they'll have a rating on them. And I learned this from my buddy Zach, who's also a great artist. But right here on the bottle, it'll tell you the opaque level. So this is Liquitex Basic, and so these are only level 1. So if you were to go higher up, you get a higher opaque level, which is great, you know, especially if you're trying to hit those projects. So with her energy blasts are purple and pink, so I'm just gonna grab this and just kind of go crazy. I like not really having a goal in mind, just kind of going all over the place. And I already have an open white one, so I'm going to use the white one, which is also bullet shaped. This one I've pretty much run through it. And I'm going to just squeeze out a little bit more white paint. So for the highlights, I'm just going to dab a little bit here and here. And then a little bit on the chest, because this is the part of the body that's sticking out the most. So obviously the light from these energy blasts, and then you can kind of go crazy with that as well. The thing with sketch covers, especially at Comic-Cons, is you want to stand out from the other artists, and you want to give people a reason to stop at your table. So if you have a very unique style, which I don't feel like I'm very unique, but you know, I like to give very vibrant colors because it's a challenge for me to use color. Color is one of my biggest Achilles heel, that and landscapes. So I feel like if I challenge myself with landscapes and colors, there's only one weight, and that is up. So you do get better. And then just add a little bit of highlight here. You can make a halo. A halo is when you kind of trace your line work to kind of make it pop, but because I have a really light background, you're just going to waste your paint. I don't know if you noticed that in some of my videos where I just will avoid making a halo. It's because of that. The background's just not dark enough. So this was the Posca markers. Definitely check them out. I mean, they can get pretty pricey. This was $60 for a 16 set, so they come out to about $3.75 a marker. By themselves, they run about $3.99 to $5. So you do save some money buying them, but if you only need a white or a gold, buy them singly. But if you do have the money, I definitely recommend getting all the colors, because now I can hit other projects that I've been wanting to do. I just haven't had the tools to do it. Acrylic just doesn't work really well on plastic, so this paint markers are really great for that because they're oil based. So now I'm going to move on to the watercolor. Alright, I got Megaman playing in the back. I got my water, my cup, and the Coy. So I'm going to move the piece over. Make sure it's dry, because the last thing you want is to smudge your hands with it. So, alright, so just taking a look here. Right, I get excited opening this up. See, this is double the size of the one I had, so it's going to be nice and clean. I have a feeling my other set I left in classroom at the school, so you know, if anybody's watching and finds it, that would be great if you could kind of find it. Alright, so this is the palette where you would mix your colors in, and then this is nice because now it's actually numbered, so you can actually keep the box for reference, especially if you have issues seeing colors like I do. This is the paintbrush, and then this is the reservoir. You connect the reservoir to the paintbrush, and then you add water here, and then you push to squeeze more color out. But I'm not going to do that today because I normally use the watercolor to make a blood splatter effect. But she's got a lot of purple, so I'm going to make purple. So what you want to do is just throw a little bit of water, especially if you have a lot of electronics sitting around like I do. And just kind of grab the toothbrush, grab a little bit of, let's see which one is red. Cadmium red is 17, and then cobalt blue is 143. And that should give us purple. And it did. I'd like to have a little bit of a lighter purple, so I'm just going to scratch a little bit of the white, mix that in there real good. There we go. It's more of a... Alright, so now we're going to grab the sketch cover, and then with your finger, your pointer finger, just kind of hit little areas. It's okay if it gets a little wet because it will dry. You can actually squeeze a little bit out of there with your finger if you don't mind getting messy. Now the consistency changes depending on how much water you use. So if you zoom in here, you can see like I hit a lot of areas, but they're still really liquidy, so it's going to take longer to dry. I'm going to grab red again, a little bit more blue. There is purple on here, but I don't want to use that one. You always want to save your mixed ones for later. But this is going to be with less water. So I'm just going to grab some tissue paper here. Sorry for the shakiness. And now it gives me that effect I wanted. A lot more. And you can kind of clean the area that you don't want this splatter. A little bit of splatter is not going to hurt. And there you go. That's how I do the watercolor effect without using the brushes. I want to clean this because I want to keep it nice and clean. My last one was a mess. Because, you know, when I'm at Comic-Cons, like I'm going book to book to book to book. So I never really have time to kind of clean. And then when I get home, it's all dried up. So try to keep this one as nice as possible until I find the small one. And I'll make my small one my convention one. And then this one will remain my at-home, so I don't lose it again. That's why I say it's always good to have more equipment. You never know when you're going to run out. So there was the test. Now just gonna do some closing remarks and let you guys know. If you enjoyed that video of the Posca 16-pack markers and the Coy Watercolor Set, here is a better shot of the Starfire with the watercolor effect and the Pasca purple and white. Would I recommend these? Of course. I'm biased though, because I've used the Coy now for 2 or 3 years, and then the Pascas I've been using for a year now. I love the effect I get with these. The Coy are great if you're trying to give your piece an extra push, give it that graffiti look, or you know, give it blood splatter if you're doing horror art. Would I recommend if you're just starting out to get these? Maybe just get one at a time. Sakura offers the 12-pack, which is a smaller one. It's a lot cheaper. This one's $61. The smaller one is about $20, so it's less colors, but if you have the primary colors, you can always mix them. So if you're really trying to get started out, this is a great set to get, but if you can't afford it, getting the smaller one's not going to hurt you. You're still going to be able to mix. You're still going to get the water brush, and you can still get the effects. I'm using a dollar store toothbrush to get that effect, and it is time for a replacement because this thing is... You know, I've cleaned it out with rubbing alcohol, and it's still left some marks there. So having that backup is huge. The next thing I'm going to look at is some Copic wide markers that I grabbed from the art stop. But hopefully you guys like these. I normally don't give point ratings. It's usually skip it, borrow it, or buy it, these are definitely buys. So enjoy. I'd love to see the art that you make with it. Enjoy yourself with it. And leave in the comments down below if there's any other art products you want me to check out. I am getting a set from Parku gel pens in a few, and I'm going to be reviewing them later on, hopefully in May. If this quarantine goes on any longer, then I'll probably have the review up a lot sooner. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to keep it over 9,000. Take care.